Hey, Buckram family. This week's missions update is with Justin Ray. Justin was a pastoral intern here at Buckrun a few years ago and is now as the student pastor and church planting apprentice at our Fort Collins church plant, Overland Church. Justin, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing, Scott?
Man, we're good over here. What's the weather like in Colorado?
It kind of's been changing a lot lately, but today it's been fairly sunny and a little overcast, but it's not bad.
Nice. And y'all have gotten snow since this pandemic stuff started.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Like we got like a little over a foot maybe in April, and so that's something I don't know, very obscure to me, but we'll probably even get one more in May, and then we'll be set for summer. So
Yeah, yeah. I bet that's pretty hard for a Florida guy.
yeah, I miss the water, but I don't like the snow.
Oh man, I'm excited to get to talk with you and let our church hear from you this week. We're so grateful for you and all of the Overland team. Can you tell us a little about what your role and responsibilities are at Overland?
Yeah. So currently, I work with students. I handle communications like social media and things that you see online. Thanks for liking and things like that. And then I just am around Zach a lot and am here to really learn from him as he really heads up the leadership of Overland and planting this church and with with a desire to hopefully one day plant. It's been really great to just learn from him and I've really gained a lot of valuable insight and lessons from him that I really consider coming out here to be worth it.
Good.
It's been really
Yeah,
good.
that was obviously and it was a big thing that you prayed through as you sought the Lord's will. So I'm glad that it has in this time already been useful, and Lord willing, will continue to help you grow and prepare for whatever the Lord is calling you to in the future.
Yeah, of course. The Lord's faithful, man.
He is. Um, we we get to hear a lot of different updates from Overland, and just personally getting to talk with you and Zach regularly is helpful for me. But can you share with us what's been going on at Overland during this time of the pandemic?
Yeah. Um, so at Overland, we definitely have been praying a lot and just really starting there. Just asking the Lord if He wills to stop it, but if not, to continue to draw people to Himself and glorify His name. Um, and so, even though like we're experiencing a pandemic and a lot of people are having a hard times, we're just trusting that the Lord will somehow bring good out of this. And so we've really just been praying that the Lord would move. And then from there, we've been partnering with a local ministry called Serve 68. And they provide us with a lot of food and hygiene products. And we've been distributing those to people in our community. And so in the month of April, we have provided groceries and hygiene products and things like that for over 200 families, which has been really awesome just to connect with them. And people are really hurting. And so we're grateful to be able to just play a small role of serving our community in that way. But we've also just been able to pray with them as well. But it's been for the circumstances, it's been good. We're thankful to be able to serve our community in that way.
Yeah, it's hard to get an update from Overland and not hear about the tangible ways that you guys are loving your community and serving your community. Obviously, that's a big way that Christ ministered and loved others, was to meet physical felt needs. And I'm so grateful that y'all, unlike some, there's a lot of benevolent organizations out there, but y'all meet the needs of people, and then the gospel's there. Y'all are going that next step, which is so important. I really love y'all's ministry model. It's one of the reasons that we're at Buck Runners so proud of the whole team and church of Overland, and how you're loving the community of Fort Collins. This has obviously been a crazy time that we're all. It's interesting because it's like this great equalizer. We're all affected by this one thing, this virus. How is how's life been for you? What have you learned during this time?
Yeah, um, I personally don't feel as though like I feel more so set back rather than I'm suffering as a result of the virus. I don't know anyone close to me that is suffering as a result of this, but I know that needs will continue to come through church members and things like that. But personally, it just causes me to trust in the Lord more and his sovereignty. I believe that he is in control of this, and I think that he could easily stop it right now if he wanted to. But because he hasn't, I trust that he has a purpose for his glory and our good. And I think that this has all just caused me to lean further into him. And so that's just something that I've kind of been reflecting on. But yeah.
Great. Now I know you're working at Overland. You're also wrapping up your master's degree.
Yeah, Hebrew's almost done.
That's what every seminary student wants to. How's school going?
It's going well. So I'm wrapping up Hebrew, just finished church history, just started biblical counseling. And so those will end at the end of May, and then have some summer classes going. I registered for fall courses, and I should cross that finish line in December. So I'm pumped.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about it.
For you. For that. Well,
I'll be back in Kentucky for it. So
I'll be happy to see you.
yeah, hopefully I can stop by and say, hey, I'd love to see you guys.
Yeah, hopefully we're all able to be together.
Sure.
Hopefully you have a graduation.
I know. I don't want to have a virtual graduation, but
yeah. What are ways that we can, as a church, be praying for you right now?
Yeah. My prayer lately has come from Matthew 13. And I'm just praying that every day I wake up treasuring Jesus and pursuing him as such and living for him as such. In Matthew 13, we see a guy who stumbles upon a treasure and a guy who's looking for a treasure. And the response is the same. They both give all that they have to have the treasure. And so I want to live like that, and I want to love Jesus like that. And I want it to be evident in my life that Jesus is my treasure, and that people were created for him as well, to know him and enjoy him.
Great. Well, man, we love you. We miss you, but we're so glad that you are where you are, and we're grateful for you and every member of the Overland team. And we're glad that that team is more than just Buck Run people, that has grown into a flourishing church. And we love just always getting to hear what's going on out there in Fort Collins. So, Justin, thanks for joining this week, man. We miss you. Proud of you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. I love you guys. Buck Run's awesome.
Well, hey, Buck Run family, I encourage you to be praying for Justin at Overland Church this week, and we look forward to talking to you for next week's missions update.